What you gonna do if a white person calls you the N-word?
Nothing. The fuck do you want?
A lot of black people are calling this man a coon for saying this, and I think this is exactly why we need the discussion of burden of knowledge. Hold on. A group of scientists, they clapped. They ran an experiment to see who could understand what it was that they were clapping. And they were frustrated, angry by the results because a vast majority of their audience did not know that they were clapping happy birthday. Now, if I clap again, it's probably going to be like, oh yeah, now that you have happy birthday in mind and it's not randomly out of context, it probably makes sense, right? This experiment brought up the concept of burden of knowledge, which says that people who have information often lose empathy for others who don't have that same information or who aren't interpreting it the same way. Another creator briefly gave an example of this. I'm a paraphrase, but they said, I hand you a handful of Skittles and you eat those Skittles. And I say, haha, you stupid bitch. One of those Skittles was 3.5% bigger than the other Skittles, and that Skittle was poison. And everybody's questioning why you ate them Skittles without checking them instead of questioning why the Skittles was poison in the first fucking place. And this happens all the time in real life scenarios. Let somebody get assaulted, let somebody get beat the fuck up or robbed, and be like, oh, why didn't you check your back seat before you got in your car? You always know to do that. Why were you walking home at night without having a weapon on you or nearby? You know what I'm saying? They're putting the burden of this situation on the person who is suffering the consequences instead of the person that is causing them in the first fucking place. I think this secretly comes from a fear of like trying to put things that you cannot control into perspective. But even then, it doesn't justify it. And I guarantee you that it ties back to slavery. Think of it, so much of our culture goes back to blind obedience, blindly following unspoken rules, because listen to me the first time, because I might not get the chance to say it again. And this is a form of taking accountability away from the abuser for being abusive, to say you're getting beat, not because I'm a fucked up individual who likes beating on niggas, but because you deserve it. You did this, and now you are causing your own suffering. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he's saying that he's okay with being called a nigga or that he's giving them a pass to call him that. But he's more so saying, I'm not getting called a nigga because I allowed it. I'm getting called a nigga because they're racist. And why the fuck should it be my responsibility to change that?